In this video, I'm going to share with you how much you need to start your print-on-demand business. And yes, it's not $5. Hi, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Bridget. I'm an Etsy print-on-demand seller on a mission to help other Etsy sellers start and scale their business in a stupid, easy way. So if you like this type of content, please subscribe, like, hit the bell so you can be notified of the next time I release a new one. So the first fee that I want to bring to your attention is the listing fee. And the listing fee is 20 cents every time that you list a listing on Etsy or every time it renews. And this renewal fee happens either every 4 months if the listing hasn't sold, or every time a listing sells. So keep that fee in mind every time that you're adding new items. The next cost to keep in mind is a design software. You need a place where to make all your designs. I use Canva, but you can use Canva, Kittl, GoDaddy. But for example, Canva, a membership with Canva is $14.99 a month. And do keep in mind that if you do like a yearly membership, you do get to save. But for the purpose of this video, I'm going to just be talking about like monthly fees. So for Canva, as of now, the monthly membership is $14.99. The next thing that you need to spend money on are mock-ups. Please, for the love of God, do not use the mock-ups that are on Printify. Those do not convert. They do not give that emotional connection that the customer needs to click and buy your items. So you gotta spend money on mock-ups. Not saying that $1 mock-up is not good, but guys, mock-ups that I spend $4, $5, $6 on, yes, I know I bought mock-ups for $6. Those are the ones that are making me money. So you truly need to invest in this. And if you're saying, well, I don't have the money to buy for those, pay for the mock-ups, then maybe you shouldn't be starting this business. And I know this kind of stink, but if you don't have some cash to upfront what it takes, then you shouldn't be doing this, because it doesn't matter if it's this business model or another business model. Like, you're gonna have to spend some kind of money to get it started, especially I think for print on demand. What happens a lot, because the barrier to entry is much lower, a lot of people think that you don't need to put no money up front. And I honestly feel like that is so far from the truth, because if you really want to stand out and if you really want to see success or see things a little bit quicker, you gotta spend some money. And especially on mock-ups, guys, like they truly do make the difference. So this is one area that I'm not gonna sit here and tell you like, oh, it's only this much, because mock-ups range from like, I don't know, I've seen some for like $1 to like $6. And the best thing that I would tell you to do with mock-ups is you gotta do your research. Depending on the niches that you're in, you need to go and search on Etsy, like what type of mock-ups are they using, because you wanna be competitive. You wanna be using mock-ups that your competition is using or similar to it, or they gotta be at the same level at minimum or above. You cannot be like, let's say in the dog niche, and competitors are using like a super trendy, amazing mock-up, and you come in with a mock-up that's just like blah. And then you're gonna wonder, and then you're gonna say, well, I'm not making any money, I'm not having any sales. It's because your mock-ups are not good enough. So this is one area that please don't skim on. Please spend the money on. Like, I know like $3, $4, $5, $6 per mock-up can see a lot, but sometimes some of those mock-up stores offer like mock-up bundles, or if you spend like I think like a certain fee, like they will let you like be able to have all the mock-ups that they have on their shop. So really spend the money on them. I would much rather for you to have like just like one black mock-up, let's say one white mock-up, like one of each, but they're like high quality mock-ups that have 50 billion mock-ups that are terrible. So don't skim on this. Really do your research. And if the niches that you're in are suggesting that the mock-ups that they're using are a little bit more on the higher end, like meaning like they cost a little bit more, don't scam on them. Spend the money. Trust me, it's worth it, and you will see the results. That I'm going to be mentioning now are things that like you don't truly need to begin with, I guess, to like get the business off the ground. But I truly do recommend having them as quickly as you can afford to have them, or if you have the extra income too, because they truly do make a difference. And the first thing that I'm going to mention is Creative Fabrica. I love Creative Fabrica because you can get tons of fonts and graphics that are all good for print-on-demand usage. And honestly, guys, they have made a difference in my business. Yes, with Canva, you can use their fonts or their graphics. Just make sure that you're reading the licensing. But because so many people design on Canva and they start having the same type of clip arts and all that sort of stuff, I love Creative Fabrica because it's a better way to stand out, because you can search, still fonts or graphics that are similar, but that will help you stand out even more so against your competition. So I truly recommend their membership. It's like $4.99 a month. And again, if you do like a yearly thing, you can save money too. So as soon as you can, I will truly invest in that, if not so like immediately, because I'm telling you, most of the designs that sell for me are fonts and graphics that I got from Creative Fabrica. The next thing that I'm going to mention is that you need to have money up front, because the way print on demand works is you get a sale from Etsy and then it goes into your print provider. Let's say it's Printify. Printify will fulfill that order, but you have to pay them first. So Etsy might not be paying you at the same time as you need to fulfill that order. You're gonna have to pay that money first to fulfill the order, and then Etsy will pay you, whether it's like, daily, weekly, monthly, however you have it set up. So you do need to have upfront money. I would recommend to have at least a debit card or a credit card that has like a minimum of like $100 in it, because you do need to upfront that cost until Etsy pays you. The next thing that I'm going to recommend is, once you're selling, I would say a minimum of 12 sweatshirts a month, that you should get Printify Premium, because it really makes a difference. It gives you a 20% discount on most items. And for example, I sell a lot of sweatshirts, and on sweatshirts, you really get to see the difference when you start to calculate your profit. So once you start selling, Printify Premium costs like $2.99 a year. And I guess if you do the math, that would take like about 12 sweatshirts in a month for you to recoup that cost. But I'm telling you, it's worth it. So once you're at that point, I would say just get it, because it truly does make a difference into helping increase your profit margin. And the last thing that I'm going to recommend is resources to speed up your learning curve. So this business is a skill. It takes time to learn this. It just doesn't happen overnight unless you're some type of unicorn. And I know there's a lot of YouTube videos out there. I'm creating a YouTube video right now. There's a lot of other print-on-demand sellers that are on YouTube, and we're all offering all of our information. But this is the thing, time is money. The more time that you spend, watching videos, is less time that you're doing something. So if you have the means to afford, shop audits, to buy a course, to buy a membership, to get access to a print-on-demand seller that they can give you all of the information, or they can give you you can pretty much get access to their brain that you otherwise wouldn't get on YouTube. Because let's be real, on YouTube, we're all doing the best that we can to give you as much information and to give you everything that we know. But these videos are not, crazy long. Like, I couldn't sit here and tell you every single detail, because you will be here all day long, all night long. So if you have the means, spend the money into some type of extra resource. Like I say, that could be a shop audit, that could be a membership, that could be a course, something that will help you speed up the learning curve, or get access to that print-on-demand seller. Because that's the one thing that I've learned in this business and any other business that you're trying to get into, getting access to the brain of the person that you're following, it is so crazy crucial, because it will help you start thinking the way they think, start seeing things the way like a six-figure seller will see and do, how they behave, the patterns, everything that they do. Because if you start studying a lot of the other print-on-demand sellers that have made six figures and beyond, you will start picking up on patterns. You will start picking up on these people have a certain type of mindset. And those are the things that you want to pick up on. So if you have the means to afford or to be able to spend the money into some type of resource that will help you and that will make the learning curve shorter, I will do it, because it's completely priceless. So guys, if you total the Canva membership and the Printify Premium and the Creative Fabrica and all those things that I mentioned, the mockups, you could easily spend $100 or more. And I want to be realistic, because I know there's a lot of videos out there that it's oh, it only takes $5, $10, $50 to start print on demand. And yes, you could start it with $5, $10, whatever it does. You could do that. But the thing is, if you're really trying to take this seriously, you want to change your life. You want this to be a business that just, pretty much takes you away from your horrible 9-to-5 that you hate so much. You gotta put skin in the game, and you gotta go all in, and you gotta spend the money that it takes, because again, this is a low barrier to entry, business. But just because it's a low barrier to entry business, it doesn't mean that you get to just skim and you get to just like barely do anything, if you really want to see massive results, if you really want to go big, if you really want to take it seriously, I beg you to please spend the money. And I don't mean like you have to go and be crazy and do this, but spend the money on the resources that will help you make this business easier, efficient, and better. So you made it to the end of this video, and if you'd like to continue to follow my journey and me sharing more about print on demand, then please subscribe, like, and hit the bell so you can be notified of the next time I release a new video. See you in the next one.